Hello, everybody. Welcome back to this channel. Hope you're doing good. Do you guys remember when Katiso Molife's name popped up in that 5 billion Free State Airports tender? The one that had more zeros than the telenovela and more zeros than most of us will ever see in a lifetime. Well, it seems like so City Press and News 24 wrote an article about it. We're going to read the article together and I'm going to have a little commentary at the end. The article reads Sebastian Investments and Logistic was registered 2 days after the tender was advertised and yet was awarded the 350 billion project. King Michael's, the initial winner, had 198 billion investor commitments before the municipality awarded the tender to Mudifes Company. 3 ANC cabinet ministers are allegedly implicated in corruption surrounding the controversial tender award. Incarcerated and controversial businessman Katiso Katie Molefe allegedly orchestrated a multi-billion rand cargo airport development project heist in Matjhabeng local municipality in the Free State using a company registered just 2 days after the tender was advertised in August 2023. Molife's company, Sebastian Investments and Logistic, was awarded the multi-billion rand tender to develop the abandoned Welkom Airport into an international cargo port, passenger port, and aviation academy in 2023. The project was initially awarded to a local company, King Michael's, by the Lejweliputsa Development Agency in August 2022. This week, Molefe appeared in the Alexandra Magistrates Court to apply for bail in his murder case involving the murders of Upa, John Sefoka, and Hector Buthelezi, known as DJ Somebody and DJ Vintos, respectively. Molefe was arrested last year in connection with the murder of Val engineer Aman Swart. He was denied bail by the Vereniging Magistrates Court, but this was overturned by the Pretoria High Court in June. City Press sister publication News 24 reported that Molefe wanted the court to release him on bail, citing that he was working on a big business development in Welkom. The incarceration could substantially affect his business activities. The decision to award Molefe's company the tender also left the provincial government shocked, as they were allegedly not aware of it. According to King Michael's presentation to Lejweliputsa, as seen by City Press, more than 30 billion was allocated for rebuilding the current airport, including a new runway. More than 122 billion was allocated for road infrastructure to connect Welkom to Bloemfontein, Johannesburg, the Northern Cape, and Cape Town. The presentation also indicates that 200 billion was allocated for additional amenities, including building a smart city near the airport, a bullet train, a car assembly plant, and a cultural village. The first 5 years of the project was expected to create more than 150,000 jobs for individuals and involve up to 500 small businesses. However, intervention by the Matjhabeng local municipality resulted in King Michael's being sidelined in favor of Molefe Sebastian Investments. After several failed attempts to resolve the issue, King Michael sent the municipality a letter of demand threatening to approach the court to interdict the project. City Press understands that the hijacking of the project began when local municipality hosted an investment summit to which the government representatives and business people of the Free State and Gauteng were invited to attend. Among the people who attended the summit and were requested to make presentations were Molefe and his partners. After the 2-day summit held on the 7th and the 8th of June 2023, King Michaels was allegedly instructed to co-opt Molefe and his partners to work together. But King Michaels questioned the decision as they had already been awarded the tender and had secured commitments from investors. Sources say Matjhabeng Mayor Tondukolo Kalipa insisted that King Michaels work with Molefe and his partners because they were investors in the project. According to the source, at the time King Michaels was being forced to work with Molefe because they had already been awarded the tender by the district municipality. The source said several meetings were held between June and August in Welkom and Johannesburg, with the municipality represented by Kalipa and two companies in a bid to force them to work together. According to a source, some of the meetings were attended by other role players, including government officials. However, when King Michael refused to work with Molefe and his partners, the municipality advertised the tender with a price tag of 5 billion on 14 August. Several letters of commitment from big and reputable companies to fund the project seen by City Press dated back to 2019 when the company was proposing the development of the cargo port. The award of the tender to Sebastian Investments has raised serious concern about allegations of corruption that could implicate three senior ANC cabinet ministers, senior municipal officials, and business people at national level. According to information received, Molefe's company allegedly submitted tender documents that claimed that it was graded as a 9CE on the Construction Industry Development Board contractor register. According to the CIBD contractor register, a grade 9CE grading signifies that a company has demonstrated exceptional expertise, experience, and capability in civil engineering construction. This top-tier grading indicates the company's ability to handle large and complex projects backed by a proven record of successful, on-time and within-budget project delivery. Sources say it was highly unlikely that Molife's company was registered and given a grade 9 CE. King Michael's wrote several letters of demand to the municipality, threatening to approach the court and interdict the project. According to documents seen by City Press, King Michael started making presentations about the development of the abandoned Welkom Airport as far back as 2013. The runaway revamp was highlighted as the first phase. The company approached several international cargo and airport companies to fund the project. By 2022, the company had received written commitments of investments to the value of 198 billion. After the controversy surrounding Molefe, City Press discovered that he tendered his resignation from the company along with his son Thapelo. The two, who also share the same residential address in Gauteng, were among the 6 directors listed on the CIPC. According to the CIPC record, Molefe resigned 3 weeks ago, while his son resigned in February. City Press discovered that the project was launched 2 months ago by Kalipa. In an interview with ENCA, Kalipa said they were expecting the project to start very soon. He said the value of the development was 5 billion. King Michael's officials refused to comment on the matter, while the municipality failed to respond to inquiries. Now let's talk about this whole drama. Let's try and put timelines to everything that has happened. And because the other directors are not mentioned, I'm also not going to mention them for now. But let's put timelines into this whole thing. We know that the company was registered on the 16th of August 2023. And I think the first director was Thapelo Molefe, who is Katiso's son, because it shows that he was added as a director on the 29th of September 2023, just days after the company was registered. And Katiso, there are other directors that were added, right? But because we're now talking about the ones who are on the public domain, I'm only going to mention Katiso and his son. So Katiso Molefe was added as a director on the 5th of February 2025. Katiso was made a director, and on the very same day, Thapelo was changed from a director to a non-executive director. So from the 5th of February, Thapelo was now a non-executive director, and his father and the other guys were directors. After everything that happened on the 30th of July, Katiso was removed as a director. It says Katiso resigned as a director. And that's where we left it on the last update that we had. But there were a few changes that were made from then until now. Thapelo, who was now a non-executive director, resigned on the 3rd of this month. On the 3rd of August, Thapelo resigned as a director. And we also know that the company was using Katiso's home address. It was using that 137 Senton address, yes. And on the 7th of this month, the company address also changed. These are the few changes that has happened until recently. Since Katis was on the spotlight, these are the changes that have been happening in the background. And we know that for a company to handle the construction of this magnitude, or any construction for that matter, it has to have a CIBD grading. It has to be registered with the CIBD and have a grading that is high. But I tried to search, or we tried to look for Sebastian Investments grading, and I couldn't find anything. But I thought maybe this was a joint venture, that they declared that this was a joint venture, and maybe the other companies were the ones pushing this company to the grading that was required. But also, there was something that was very unique about this ad. The advertisement of the tender didn't specify any CIBD requirements, because it says with the CIBD, it says not applicable. Tell me, not applicable. Not applicable how? Tell me, how does a company get handed a construction project with billions, an international airport, mind you, and the tender document boldly states CIBD not applicable? Excuse me? For a project of this magnitude with this kind of budget, you're telling us qualifications don't matter. So basically, anyone with a letterhead and a printer can suddenly build an airport. This is laughable if it wasn't dangerous. Because we know that if the act does not stay stated prior, it cannot be applied as an afterthought. If you say to me, you need me to cook for 500 people if I'm a caterer, and then your event is for 1,000 people, the agreement between you and I is 500, so you cannot be blaming me if I don't have capacity to cater for 1,000 people. That's what basically the ad was saying, that you don't need to have any CIBD grading for you to apply for this um tender, which is very weird, especially for a project that is so complex and specialized. This is not like a four-room at my backyard, my backyard. No, it's an airport. It's a cargo port. It requires a higher level of skills, and there must always be engineers overseeing the site at all times. If civil engineers, mechanical engineers, electrical engineers, what do you mean you don't need CIBD grading? I'm glad that mainstream media is covering this story, because there's a whole lot going on. There's a whole lot of people who are involved. And like I said in the previous video, I'm just going to wait for mainstream media to break it open. And then we're going to chip in as the story unfolds. Oh, and the less we speak about Ubaba Khalipa, the better. I've been dreading to make stories about Matjhabeng municipality, because we know that municipalities are corrupt. We yes, we know, we frown upon it, we know, but Matjhabeng is like, they have like an extra layer, another level of corruption that's happening in that municipality. And it's like a norm, like they do it without even hiding. And they get shocked if they get called out. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean you're looking at us? What do you mean you can see the corruption? What's wild about all this is the level of corruption that doesn't even flinch anymore. It's like people don't even bother hiding it. It's served to us like daily news, as if it's just another weather update. Imagine millions, billions disappearing into projects that never take off, yet no one acts shocked. The arrogance is almost impressive if it wasn't so tragic. It's corruption that works around in broad daylight, smiling, waving, and pretending it's development. I know I'm rambling, but that's what Matjhabeng is. Matjhabeng is like that other municipality in Limpopo. It's like corruption is a requirement to be hired. It's woven in the very fabric of holding office. It's almost as if the very requirement, the first requirement for leadership isn't integrity or service, but how well can you play the corruption game? Competence is optional, you know. The slogan is self-service. So that's the practice. And the saddest part is that we as the people, we don't even raise our eyebrows anymore. It's as if corruption has become the silent oath of office. Swear it in, smile for the cameras, and get to work on yourself. This is exhausting. Please tell us your thoughts down in the comment section, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. We love and appreciate your support. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. We see that you are watching the videos, but you haven't subscribed. So please subscribe to this channel.